Hi guys, George Glinski here from Toe the Line, joined again by Paul Hilz. Paul, thank you for joining me.
Morning, Joe. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, all good, mate. Let's talk a little bit about the last fight, Mitch Turner, fantastic victory. But we spoke briefly in our last interview about what you'd learnt in the Jack Arnfield fight. How exactly did you use the learning curve of fighting Jack Arnfield in the fight against Mitch Turner?
I don't suppose it was specifically for Mitch, but it's just BKB in general, George. Jack educated me very fast and very ruthlessly with cuts in the BKB. You can't, like, you think, as a tough man, I'll just take a shot and I'll just throw when he hits me because then I know he's in distance. Fucking good luck to you, because that in BKB is going to get you fucked up, bruv. I was dumb enough to think that, not that I could, not that I want to take a shot as such, but when I see him sort of like step forward for his jab, I just thought, right, let's see what he's got. He went jab, bang, he opened me up like fucking 3.5 inch gash straight over the top of my eye. Like, and then the next 2-3 shots he threw was opening me up even more so. Yeah, so I mean, I learned it, like, in BKB, not necessarily, for the Mitch fight sort of thing, just that you can't be there for them shots, George. And if you are there for them shots, you got to be the ones giving them, not receiving them. When we went into the Mitch fight, obviously I wanted to test the cuts, see if they've healed well. I'll give Mitch his dues. The first punch he threw in the fight was I think it was a right hand, and he hit me straight on the cut, mate. Like there was a fucking laser sight to it, sort of thing. The throbbing was there, like the cut was reopened again. I looked at my corner, that was cool. I looked at the big man ref, and he just sort of fucking didn't even there wasn't no look on his face, so I knew there was no concern. And that's when I just got to work, George. Yeah, I mean, that learning that it's just the ruthlessness in bare knuckle. Doesn't matter what you're prepared for. Listen, I like to sort of think I'm prepared for it all. And I weren't prepared for that, mate. You know what I mean? Feeling that amount of blood just pissing out down your back and down your legs, just fucking everything, George. It was blood running everywhere, mate. It was everywhere. And it was a test of my character, sort of thing. To know, that I can come through in that bad circumstances. Not to win the fight, obviously, because the fight was stopped, but just the fact that when it's all against you like that, your sort of fight or flight kicks in. And George, I know I got it, bro. I can definitely. This BKB world is definitely what I'm about. Didn't know it, didn't think it. I didn't think I'd feel so comfortable in there like I do. I've just there's no fear now, sort of thing, because I was going into the unknown of like, what if they catch her? What if this? What if that? Jack tested my chin like fucking like nothing, mate. I didn't even know how many times or how hard he was hitting me on the fucking button, George. When I watched the DVD back, mate, it was unbelievable. I just the cuts come from the punches, and then when he was following up like with the uppercuts and that, mate, and the hooks straight to my chin, and listen, it was a test for me, and I took a lot of positives out of it, George. You don't really take positives away from a loss, but I did, and that's now pushed me forward to know what the BKB world's about, and with that experience under my belt, it's only going to make me a better fighter, mate.
Yeah, and we spoke briefly after the fight in the post-fight interview. The overhand right was landing with extra proficiency, but it was something you weren't planning on throwing. You're a very instinctual fighter. Am I right in saying that?
Oh, George, that overhand right. I don't know. Listen, fucking, I could have my eyes sewn shut and my feet tied together, and somehow that punch will land. He's just saying, like, we don't throw it in training. He's saying that. It's saying we try and say, listen, like, you don't need to throw that, don't throw that, straight shots, bang, 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 work off your angles, this, that, and the other, go for this punch, go for that punch. When you fight, George. And it was a reaction when I think I cleared my nose, if I remember rightly. I cleared my nose in there because you can congested before the fight, pads out the back or whatever. When I went in there and started, like, I'm relaxed sort of thing. It's when I'm happy, is when I'm in the ring fighting sort of thing. And I remember clearing my nose, and I did clear it, like, it was nice. I mean, I cleared it out. He fucking edged forward. I don't know whether maybe he thought he caught me on the bugle, which gave me a bit of confidence to come forward, because he thought maybe my nose was hurt or something. But I cleared it out, and I see him scuttling forward, and I just thought, I've got to stand for that. And I threw it, and it fucking just went boom, just it landed like a peach, bruv. Like it wasn't. There was no power to it, George. It was no power at all. I didn't throw it like that, but it was enough to sort of sting Mitch and wake him up. And then from that, like he sort of had a little sort of like flitch back, and then I think I just hit him with a real solid jab. And then that just, you know, that set the ball rolling for where I was going with it, sort of thing. But yeah, it is an instinct punch. There's nothing I can say about it. Listen, it ain't tidy, it ain't fucking skillful. But I tell you what, mate, that land you're going out. It's as simple as that. And yeah, I'll instinctively throw it as and when I need to. If I find a home for it, you fucked. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. And if I miss with it, I've got something else for you. So it ain't like I rely on it. That's the thing. People may think that because of the main fight and obviously the Mitch Turner fight, maybe they think, oh, he's only got that overhand right. You fucking think that, honestly. That'd be the biggest mess up you can have. And I've got enough. George, I throw shots from angles I don't even know what I'm doing, you know. It ain't about boxing skill or boxing shots, this, that and the other. I just know that fucking, when it's time, mate, we're throwing, you know, anything.
And Bachir Fakhouri next. What do you make of him as an opponent? Have you met him before, or?
No, I've never met him. I see him when all that bollocks kicked off with the weigh-in stuff before. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't really like that. Someone not making weight. I think that he's very unprofessional. He's bare knuckled, but he is professional bare knuckled at the O2. It's not like it's some monkey show at the back of some pub or something. I don't really get too involved with all the bullshit, George, but I knew he didn't make weight. There was a bit of scuffling around or whatever. I don't really give a fuck about that either. But it's just the fact is that he didn't make that weight for whatever reasons. I just think it's a bit unprofessional. I'm assured that he's making our weight for this. Apparently he's pretty much on weight, which is great. You know, it's no concern of mine now. So yeah, that's all I know about him really. Listen, I get told he's a tough man. I get told this, get told that. I've been told that about everyone I fight, bruv. And win, lose or draw, they ain't fought me before, and I've got something for them that they ain't fought before, bruv. Because it's not like I say, I ain't super skillful. I punch harder than anyone else. It's just I know, bruv, that. You know, if we go into them deep waters, mate, I can swim, and I plan on getting Bachir, I plan on welcoming him into bare knuckle world in the most respectful way, and basically giving him a fucking tough fight, which I'm sure he's planning to do to me. But I do see myself pulling him into the deep water, as I say, and I'm going to drown him. And I'll become the winner of that fight, no matter what. And then I'll shake his hands afterwards and tell him well done. You know, and I'll respect any man that's in the ring with me. But yeah, I don't know enough about him to have a comment or view about him. He's been very respectful to me, I will say it, George, and I hope he feels I've been respectful to him. There's been no shit talk or nothing. You know, I see his uploads on the internet, and that's great. It's great that he's fucking putting the training in. He needs to. You know, I'm coming, and I'm going to bring the best I can, and I'm sure he's going to bring the best he can, and it's going to make a great fight for you lot to watch, the spectators, the people that pay for their pay-per-view. It's gonna be one of them fights, mate. It ain't over in. Listen, I could say it, but in my eyes, I didn't see me stopping Mitch in the first round. I didn't see me fucking stopping Greg in the first round, and I don't see me stopping Bachir in the first round. But I know that whether it's for 1 second or it's for the full 3 rounds, I'm bringing war, bruv. It's fucking, do you know what I mean? And he's going to do the same, right? It's going to be a steamer of a fight, mate. Ooh.
And early days in the training camp, but how is training going? Are you still enjoying your 4 a.m. runs at all, or?
You do what you got to do, George.
Yeah.
You know, you can't make no excuses. It's the fight game. Bachir ain't going to give me no excuses when I turn up on the fight. Oh, I couldn't get my runs done because I've got a 12-hour shift and with bollock. He ain't going to give 2 fucks about that. Just like I don't give a fuck what his problem is. You know, it ain't about that. So yeah, I've been doing my 4, getting up at 4, doing my run. Then I go and do my 11, 12-hour day like every other working man does, George. And then I go to training of a night. And the only thing that's killing me is I'm not seeing my kids a lot, but it's a sacrifice that professional fighters do. And to know that Daddy's working to be, you know, one day be a champion that they can be proud of is worth the sacrifices, George.
One of the scariest work ethics in the game for sure. Let's talk about
You gotta be, bruv.
Yeah.
I'm an old git out here. You know what I mean? I've got to know that I'm bringing something. It ain't my skill that wins fights, bruv.
Let's talk. You talk about professionals. Let's talk about professional boxing. A lot of people don't know, when you were obviously a professional boxer, you trained at Matchroom. So you know Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, listen, hold up, let's stop that. It ain't like we're boys and
No.
all this. Okay? He was in the gym, starting his, chiseling his career out with the boys down there, Tony and everyone else. And he's an absolute gentleman. There was a couple of social events that was going on. I think a boxer retired that was from the gym. I got invited out to dinner. That's when me and Joshua actually spoke and had a photo, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so like I say, it's a bit over, it's a bit of an exaggeration to say, yeah, you know Joshua.
Yeah.
I know him like many people do,
Yeah.
to get what I'm saying. I met him in the gym. It was nice to see his foundations of what's got him to where he is, mate. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it was a pleasure. You know, it was an absolute pleasure being in that gym with all the successful people. I'm not all about just Joshua, but the likes of John Ryder just fighting for a world title. That man there, John Ryder, he gave me so much time and effort, and I was his sparring partner, and I owe a lot to him in what I've got strength inside, George, because John really educated me, mate. And yeah, he's a gentleman. Like all the boys out there, Matchroom, it was proper. I was blessed to be able to train there, mate. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And what did you make of Joshua's performance against Ruiz, out of interest?
To be honest with you, mate, I see Ruiz finishing it early. I didn't actually pay attention to the weight thing because I think that I would have thought differently if I knew all this. I didn't know it till sort of like halfway through watching the fight. But yeah, Joshua doing what he done. If I would have thought of that from the start, he's full credit to him. He's more than capable of doing what he did, and he done it well. So you can't knock him. You know, he's a two-time champion now, and he boxed fucking Ruiz's head off. And this is what this is, George. It's boxing. It's not like we're watching bare knuckle fighting there. You know, he boxed his head off, and what can you say? The big man done it, and we got the belts back for England, which is anyone that's got anything negativity to say about it, and you're mugging off a champion that's fucking a champion of England for us, you know, for us as a country. You're a fucking div, because that man has done what he's done, and we should be backing him. We should be backing any sportsman that goes and takes our country into championship level, no matter what it is, you know. So I just think it's a bit bullshit. It's that bollocks, George, of just what we put up with as fighters, mate. You know what I mean?
Armchair fans, love them. I was interested in the whole boxing thing. Do you enjoy a brawl more than a sort of a technical boxing match? Are you a purist in any form, or are we?
I like your sort of like Crawford is one of my top fighters, because he's a boxer fighter. Yeah, he's got his skill. They show you what the fundamental boxing is, and you know all the ability he's got. And then if he's inside and it all starts going on, he just fucking lets rip, bruv. And that's just like Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler used boxing fundamentals to get you somewhere, and then he just ripped you up, mate. And I love that style, George. You know what I mean? I wish I had footwork and sort of you know, like that boxing IQ to be able to pull that off, but I ain't. So I'll just do what I do.
Definitely. Just before we go on to give thanks for your next fight, BKB 20, I've got to get your predictions. I've got let me a second. I've got them right here. So if I can get a few predictions from you. Oh, I've lost you there. You're there.
Yep. We're back, bro.
Yeah. On the prize fighter, you know who's Ryan Gibbs, Ellis Shepherd, James Kennelly, Sean George. Who have you got winning that out of interest?
No disrespect to any of the boys, I don't know them well enough to be able to go for someone because of their record or their skill set or whatever. I don't know them well enough. Kennelly, his name flies round, so I know that he's a well thought of BKB fighter. The youngster that's coming in, I didn't know he had experience in bare knuckle. That he's at L Shepherd. What's his name? Ellis Shepherd, yeah. I've actually been liaising with him. He's a right nice kid, and he's really dedicated to his training. So I hope he does really well. I sort of hope they all win type things. You get what I mean? There's no one. It's not like, brother. I hope everyone has a successful night. You know, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. But I do. I believe that he could be like a little, like sort of secret like secret him in there, if you get what I'm saying, bruv. Because even though you see his bare knuckle thing, sometimes when you're that age, you just overnight, bruv, you just mature, and all of a sudden you're sort of a boy to man thing. And he's a bare knuckle fighter, so he ain't no fucking boy, no matter what his age might say. You know what I'm saying? And he's put on a massive stage, and if he goes in and does a business, bruv, he's fucking up there with the top fighters. So, you know, I believe that could be his drive. At that age, George, you're so fucking hungry, bruv. You won't let no one stand in your way. And I think there could be a factor in this. You know what I mean? What the other two fighters in there, George?
James Kennelly, Sean George, and Ryan Gibbs are the yeah.
See, now Sean George as well. Like, what can you say about that man? He's a fucking beast. There's no half measures with him. He's a fucking animal. So, like, listen, I can't really go for any of them, if I'm honest with you. You know, I can't. There's not. He can't. You know what one can bring, the other one can match, but in a different way type thing. He's going to make for a great tournament. I will say, while we're talking this, George, if you don't mind, I've got to just put it straight about the prize fighter that I was meant to be in, because that come up now. Right, so sorry to go on that. Right, let's get back to your thing, quick, George. Right, so I can't put one out of the four. Do you get what I'm saying? But I do know it's going to be an exciting prize fighter. You know, I think if anything, you've got to sort of go with Sean George because of experience and just, you know, the BKB experience, not the fight experience, the BKB experience, you know. So overall, maybe I got a little slide to Sean, you get what I mean? Maybe it's going that way a little bit, but other than that, I couldn't actually say, you know what I mean?
So you go for Sean George?
Yeah, I think so, you know, I think so, mate, I think so.
So before we go on to the next one, let's talk about that. You wanted to discuss the...
Yes, I do, please.
Oh.
Just put it out there, because I don't want to be one of them dickheads that's... Sorry, bro.
That's right.
Oh yeah, so basically it was put out there there'd be a prize fighter at 80k with, or maybe 82 or around that way, with this night there's the prize fighters on. So before my last fight, I asked if I could be in that prize fight, and I was told I would be as long as I come through my last fight successful. I come through that fight successful, obviously, but they didn't put the prize fighter up for my weight. So there was no other issues to it, no politics, no other bollocks, apart from they just didn't run the tournament. That is why I'm not in the prize fight and I'm fighting Bachir now. Okay, so I wanted to let people know that there was no talking.
The beauty of...
Sorry, George.
There we go. You there? Hello.
I had to answer it, brother.
You there? There we go. Sorry. We lost you for a
George,
brief second.
Yeah, mate, yeah, that's
we
it.
lost
So
you
listen,
for a brief second. We heard it there.
We've explained a bit about the prize fighter.
Yep.
Yeah, we've explained a bit about the prize fighter. So yeah, basically that's where I'm at with it. That's why we're back to fighting on BKB 20 as a normal fight, and that's why I took the fight with Bachir. Yeah.
So for anyone that might have, you know, slight, because there was a bit of a cutout, there wasn't much done work, but it was essentially that you were, as you say, there was no bad blood, there was no calling anyone out. It was a decision that was made. And,
yes, it was just that. Listen, I wanted the prize fight. I want, you know, and I do. I want BKB to run it. I'd love to have two fighters in one night. I'd love to, and I'd love. Obviously, listen, the $5 grand, bruv. I've got 4 kids. I work my fucking arse off. That $5 grand, it matters to me, bruv. And I will fight. Like, I put my heart and line on it anyway. But trust me, bruv. If I got put forward for that tournament, now I'm gonna have 2 fights in one night. You'd see a different fucking animal, bruv. Trust me. But yeah, that's where we're at with that, mate.
100%. So the rest of the fights, these aren't in any particular order. I've just written them down. But McCrory versus CJ Mills. Have you got a prediction on that?
I'd have to go McCrory, mate.
McCrory. Any particular reason, or just?
No, just that's my spontaneous answer from straight forward a fight. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. Mason Shaw versus Ash Griffith.
I don't know too much about Griffiths, and I like Mason, so I'd support Mason on that one, mate.
Yeah. As I say, he's one of those guys who he's coming off a loss which will shape him. I think you're going to see a different animal from him for sure. So it is Azzy Thomas, he's a 9-3 Welsh mixed martial artist, very tough guy, hits extremely hard, coming against Jamie Oldfield, who actually fought on BKB 17 against John Hick on your debut card as well. I think he's a 3-0 professional boxer, so it's an interesting one, that one.
I couldn't say that one, George.
Go on.
I couldn't say, mate. It's very, very equal fight.
Let's take a wild guess.
I'll go for the Welsh man.
Yep, Azzy Thomas. Good thinking. And what? Oh gosh, this is a tough one for you. Paul Hilz versus Bachir Fakhouri.
Oh, fucking hell.
Difficult
Listen,
one.
there's only one winner, bruv. There's only one winner.
Paul Hilz. Don't even need to ask you to clarify that one. Then Robin Deacon versus Johnny Lawson. A very interesting fight.
I think I'll have to go Johnny on that, bruv.
Johnny Lawson? Yeah.
I'd like to say like Robbie, but it's just I think Lawson's got he's got good skill set, mate. You know what I mean?
I think I'm actually the only person so far that's gone for Robin Deacon on the predictions, actually, which is interesting. But
I don't know nothing about his style, George. This is what I'm saying. I don't know nothing. I can't comment because I don't know nothing about his fighting technique or style.
But that is the consensus. Everyone is going for Lawson, which is interesting. But yeah, I think for me personally, from what I've seen on Deacon, it's a lot of mentality with him, and his mentality has never been so strong. And as we say, a happy fighter is a good fighter, and a very scary fighter. So
yeah, that's right.
I'd like to think he'll do that one, but yes, it's a really close fight, and also a make or break fight, which makes it particularly exciting. So moving on, we got Hodgson versus Eric Olsen.
I have to go with Eric, mate. I don't know nothing about Hodgson, and Eric, he's a great character for the sport. You know what I mean? He loves it. So
you've got to go for Olsen. You cannot go against him. No, you literally cannot go against him. So prize fighter finale: Hubert Gevin versus Smudger Smith. Another very interesting.
I'd say Smudge for that, mate.
Yep. Seems to be the consensus as well. And then finally, the main event: Daniel Lowell versus Rob Boardman for the world super middleweight title.
It's powerful, mate. It's a powerful fight. It's a really strong fight. It's like this, mate. I see Rob against Ricky, and I thought to myself, wow, he showed a higher skill set. I don't want to take that away from Ricky, but maybe Ricky wasn't the person that he should have been in that fight. I feel that maybe there might have been something lacking in his thing. But like I say, listen, I'm not dogging him. It's just my conception that I think he's a better fighter than what he did on that fight. That's not taking nothing away from Rob. He was an animal that night. He really was. My heart is saying, damn, Rob, like he's a beast, mate. He's a beast, and he fights for different reasons, George. And it's all about mindset, bruv. You know. And I believe that Dan is like, yeah, man. I can see Dan taking it, mate. I can.
So going through those picks, just for the people at home. So Sean George on the prize fighter, McCrory to beat Mills, Shaw to beat Griffith, Thomas to beat Oldfields. That guy Paul Hilz, whoever he is, he's supposed to beat Fakhouri. Lawson to beat Deacon, Olsen to beat Hodgson, Smith to beat Gavin, and then Lowell versus Boardman. Lowell victory, which is pretty, to be honest with you, very similar to my picks. So well done on that one. So finally,
listen, it's spontaneous. No one take that as anything fucking silly. It's not like I favour any fighters, not at all. I don't know enough about it. I'm not educated enough in the whole circle. They're just spontaneous answers that I believe. You know what I mean, mate? Like just off the cusp of what I know, the small amount I know. You know what I mean?
So finishing off, you've got a lot of people to thank for this one. List them off if you will.
Right, new camp. So we've got new sponsorship team. Sticking with some of our old, which are our solid foundations, but we have changed it up a little bit. We've obviously got Rip Gym in Basildon, which is a team already stationed as such, and we've got BoxFit UK, which is the leading supplier of boxing equipment and clothes and gloves and everything else in the UK. Absolute powerful firm. You know, they really are. They're just leaps and bounds in front of everyone when it comes to the boxing equipment. Also, we've got CrossFit Grenada, which is a company in Mississippi, America, that is sponsoring me, carried on their sponsoring ship. All in fitness, boxing it is. And I can't thank them enough. They're supporting from across the water. Sent me a little care package out this morning, like with t-shirts and things like that. And yeah, listen, I can't let support touches me, because they're all around America, and they really are backing the team already on the BKB thing, you know. Also, we've got Smoke and Bubbles, which is our new CBD sponsor. From a little bit out of the manor, but he's contacted me and he really wants to back team already on the BKB journey with the CBD sponsorship, mate. And I think that's it, George, isn't it, mate?
That's everything. Bang on.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
Paul Hilz, thank you again for your time, and good luck on BKB 20.
No worries, George. Another win coming our way, bro.
Cheers, buddy.
Speak to you soon, mate. Cheers, mate.
Bye.